Hello, and welcome to today's briefing. I'm Dana.
And I'm Matt. Let's dive into the top stories.
First up, 25 U.S. states are suing with Trump administration over new tariffs imposed on multiple countries, arguing that these tariffs are illegal and will increase consumer costs.
That's a significant move. What exactly are these tariffs targeting?
The lawsuit claims that the Trump administration imposed wide-ranging tariffs on dozens of countries, citing alleged forced labor as the reason. The states argue there's no rational connection between the problem of forced labor and the blanket tariffs.
So the states are challenging the administration's authority to impose these tariffs?
Exactly. They believe the president has overstepped his authority and that the tariffs will harm American consumers by increasing costs.
How does the Trump administration respond to these allegations?
The White House insists that the move is legal and that the tariffs are necessary to address imports produced by forced labor abroad.
That's interesting. It seems like a complex legal battle ahead.
Indeed. The case is filed in the U.S. Court of International Trade, and it will be interesting to see how the court rules.
Moving on, what's the next story?
Palestinians held a mass funeral in Gaza for 112 bodies recovered from a 2023 Israeli strike. The attack originally killed over 300 people.
That's a tragic story. What happened with the remains until now?
The bodies were recovered from under rubble in Gaza City, and it's taken this long to finally bury them.
The reporting emphasizes the emotional impact on the families and community. How did the funeral proceed?
The article describes it as a mass funeral, with the bodies being buried together. It's a somber reminder of the ongoing conflict in the region.
It's heartbreaking. The delay in recovering the bodies must have been excruciating for the families.
Yes, and it highlights the long-lasting effects of such conflicts.
What's the next topic?
Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez faced criticism within the EU over his handling of a recent migrant crisis in Ceuta, a Spanish territory in North Africa.
What happened in Ceuta?
There was a sudden influx of 50,000 to 60,000 migrants, which sparked a humanitarian crisis. EU leaders debated migration policies in response.
How did Sanchez respond to the criticism?
He defended his migration policies, although other EU leaders expressed concerns and disunity over how to manage migration flows.
The crisis in Ceuta seems to have put a spotlight on EU migration policies. What's the broader impact?
The article suggests it highlighted ongoing challenges in managing migration across the EU bloc.
Let's move to the next story.
India has successfully repatriated 274 fugitive criminals from 36 countries between 2019 and July 2026.
That's a significant number. What kinds of crimes are these fugitives accused of?
The Ministry of Home Affairs reported that the accused include terrorists, gangsters, financial and narcotics offenders, and those wanted for crimes like murder and rape.
How has India managed to bring back so many fugitives?
The government enacted the Fugitive Economics Act in 2018, which has strengthened action against fugitives.
That's a notable effort. What's the significance of this drive?
It represents a tenfold jump in the number of fugitives brought back compared to the previous period, showing an intensified drive to ensure justice.
The next story, please.
The Trump administration revoked the visa of Brazil's ambassador to the U.S. in retaliation for Brazil's denial of visas to 2 American diplomats.
That sounds like a diplomatic spat. What was the reason behind Brazil's action?
Brazil denied visas to the American diplomats who were to visit ahead of upcoming elections and also stalled on approving Trump's nominee to be ambassador in Brasilia.
So it was a tit-for-tat move by the Trump administration?
Yes, the administration saw Brazil's actions as a provocation and responded accordingly.
How might this affect U.S.-Brazil relations?
The article suggests it could strain diplomatic relations between the two countries.
Let's move on to the economy section.
SpaceX reported a 92% jump in revenue in the second quarter, beating analyst expectations.
That's a significant increase. What drove this growth?
The revenue surge was primarily fueled by the growth of Starlink and AI initiatives.
Despite the revenue growth, SpaceX faced a net loss. Why was that?
The company allocated significant capital towards infrastructure and future projects, leading to the loss.
Investors will be watching closely. What's the outlook?
The article mentions that Musk will face tough questions during the earnings call, especially with the impending lockup expiration.
The next economic story, please.
Apple has sought a preliminary injunction against OpenAI, alleging trade secret misappropriation by former employees now at OpenAI.
That's a serious allegation. What exactly is Apple claiming?
Apple alleges that its trade secrets were misused to benefit OpenAI's foray into consumer hardware.
How does OpenAI respond to these claims?
The article doesn't detail OpenAI's response, but Apple is seeking to bar OpenAI and the former employees from accessing or disclosing alleged confidential information.
This could be a significant legal battle in the tech industry.
Institutional investors oversubscribed the government's stake sale in Life Insurance Corporation, LIC, by 3.3 times.
What does this indicate about investor confidence in LIC?
It shows strong confidence, as the government's 6.5% stake sale garnered bids worth 36,400 crore.
The retail offer is set to begin soon. What's the floor price?
The floor price is set at $382 per share.
That's a significant investment opportunity. What's the next economic story?
Elon Musk is likely to face tough questions during SpaceX's first earnings call as a public company.
We've already touched on SpaceX's earnings. What's new here?
This story highlights the scrutiny Musk will face from investors regarding the company's financials and future plans.
The market is watching closely. What's at stake?
The earnings call will provide insights into SpaceX's growth prospects and how it plans to manage its capital expenditure.
Let's move to the sports section.
The Baltimore Orioles traded star catcher Adley Rutschman to the Boston Red Sox, a move that has surprised many.
What was the reaction from rival teams?
They were reportedly stunned by the trade, especially given the division rivals involved.
The Red Sox acquired Rutschman to bolster their playoff hopes. What did they give up?
The article mentions that the Red Sox sent two of their top prospects to the Orioles.
That's a significant trade. What's the impact on both teams?
The Red Sox are strengthening their roster for the playoffs, while the Orioles are rebuilding with prospects.
The next sports story, please.
UFC fighter Alan Nascimento died of an apparent heart attack at 34.
That's shocking. What were the circumstances?
He was found unresponsive at his home in Brazil and was pronounced dead.
The UFC community is in shock. What was Nascimento's last fight like?
He last fought in June, losing a split decision.
Losing a fighter so young is a tragedy. What's the next sports story?
Wide receiver Zay Flowers agreed to a 4-year, $140 million extension with the Baltimore Ravens.
That's a lucrative deal. What are the terms?
The contract includes $108 million guaranteed.
That's a significant commitment by the Ravens. What does it indicate about Flowers' value to the team?
It shows they highly value him as a 2-time Pro Bowl receiver.
The next sports story, please.
The Chicago Cubs acquired pitcher Clay Holmes and outfielder Tyrone Taylor from the New York Mets.
The Cubs are playoff contenders. How does this acquisition help them?
It bolsters their rotation and adds depth to the outfield, crucial for their playoff push.
What did the Cubs give up in the trade?
They sent infield prospect Jefferson Rojas to the Mets.
Let's move to the entertainment section.
Actress Mary Rivera, known for her role in Spider-Man No Way Home, died at 82.
What was her role in the film?
She played Ned Leeds' grandmother.
The next entertainment story, please.
Hundreds attended the funeral of singer-songwriter Glenn Hansard in Dublin.
Hansard was known for his Academy Award-winning work. Who attended the funeral?
Notable attendees included Bono and Eddie Vedder, among other Irish musicians and entertainers.
That's a testament to Hansard's impact on the music industry. What was the atmosphere like?
The article describes it as a packed cathedral, indicating a significant outpouring of respect and grief.
The next entertainment story, please.
Actor Pradeep Rawat, known for roles in Gajini and Lagan, died at 74 after battling cancer.
Rawat had a notable career. What were some of his significant roles?
He played memorable characters in films like Gajini and Lagan.
The entertainment industry often mourns the loss of talented actors. What's the next story?
Bradley Cooper and Gigi Hadid sparked marriage rumors after being spotted with matching rings on their left ring fingers in Paris.
That's a significant development in their relationship. What do we know about the rings?
They were seen wearing thin matching rings, leading to speculation about a possible secret wedding.
The public is always interested in celebrity relationships. What's the next entertainment story?
Beast of Reincarnation, developed by Game Freak, the creators of Pokémon, has received mixed reviews.
How does the game compare to Pokémon?
Reviewers find it enjoyable, but not as impactful as Pokémon. It's an action RPG with different gameplay mechanics.
Game Freak is exploring beyond Pokemon. What's the potential for this game?
The article suggests it has potential, but hasn't quite hit the mark for some fans.
Finally, let's look at the last story.
The death toll from a recent earthquake in Venezuela has surpassed 6,000.
That's a devastating number. What's the latest on the relief efforts?
The article mentions that the government response has faced scrutiny, with thousands still reported missing.
The international community often responds to such disasters. What's the outlook for the affected regions?
The reporting indicates a long road to recovery, with significant damage to people and property.
That's a somber note to end on. Thanks for the detailed briefing, Dana.
Thank you, Matt. That's all for today's podcast.